here we are in the group where we have the record 7-time champions, Egypt, Cape Verde, and Mozambique. Would you say these are teams that are easy to beat because we've beaten Egypt before, but again, when it comes to the AFCON, it's a different ball game?
You know, if you check the record of the Black Stars in recent times, the last time the Black Stars beat a competitive team in quote was in 2021, almost 3 years ago, under Kwesi Appiah at the Cape Coast Stadium when Ghana defeated South Africa. The rest of our matches, almost all the top teams we've met, it's not almost, all the top teams we've met, we've lost or drawn. During the World Cup qualification, we didn't beat Nigeria. It was the away goal rule that made Ghana qualify. So it is very difficult to predict that Ghana is even going to sail through the group stage. It happened to us in the last AFCON. I'm not saying it is going to repeat itself, but there's a precedent. Ghana, before the 2021 AFCON, had its worst record in 1984 when Coach Afrani took over the Black Stars from the late, what do you call it? After he was the coach and CK Jemfi, he was the coach and CK Jemfi was the technical director. Osam Dodu, Coach Afrani took over from Osam Dodu ahead of the 1984 AFCON after Ghana won the trophy in 1982, and it was a disaster. For the first time in our history after joining CAF in 1958, we won only one game and exited the tournament as defending champions. It was very shameful. But then Keto Kreku's FA broke the record in 2021. For the first time, we went into AFCON without a single point, without beating any team, and came back home. Okay, we got a single point, but without a single win. That's what I should have said. Without a single win. And Afrani, when we set the record in 1984, we got one win and came home with 3 points. But Kurt broke that record. Our worst record was broken in 2021. So in a group comprising of minnows like Mozambique, Cape Verde, Egypt, and Ghana, like I did indicate, 10, 15 years ago, everybody would have said Ghana will top the group, followed by Egypt, and then the whipping boys will follow. But today, it is difficult for me to predict. Cape Verde will be slippery, even though this is their 4th Nations Cup appearance. They've been very consistent ever since they started attending the Nations Cup. Mozambique, this is their 4th, even though they've been inconsistent. It is difficult to vouch. Black Stars playing against the minnows now. If you can lose to Comoros and struggle against Central African Republic and Lesotho and the likes, it is difficult to predict how Ghana is going to fare in the group. But like I did say, football is illogical. Based on that, I can comfortably say Ghana can win the trophy. But in reality, if you are not being a Ghanaian, if you put patriotism aside and you are doing an objective analysis, it is difficult now to predict how the group is going to go. It is possible we might lose to Cape Verde. It is possible we might draw. It is possible we might win. It is not like the past when Ghana, whenever we play the minnows, people will just be asking of the goals Ghana scored. Now, anything at all could happen. Cape Verde, I was in Cape Verde in 2005 when Ghana defeated them ahead of the 2006 World Cup. At that time, we had a strong team. We had Stephen Appiah, Sule Muntari, Michael Essien, Derek Boateng, Platini, what's the name? Gordon Atram. They were all in action. But now, you can't say same of the Black Stars. So, honestly, if I'm objectively analyzing the group, I'll give Ghana the 2nd slot for us to advance to the next stage. Maybe Cape Verde third, Mozambique last, Egypt top in the group. That would be the honest analysis of the group, because Egypt was a losing finalist in the last AFCON. Ghana could not even pick 3 points in the last AFCON. Quite apart from that, Egypt has been consistent, even though the team they had in the past is not the same. And mind you, anytime a West African country hosts the competition, Egypt tends to do well. In Burkina Faso 1998, they were champions. In Ghana 2008, they were champions. It is likely they will put up a good performance in La Côte d'Ivoire. So I'll tip Egypt to top the group, Ghana 2nd, and then the minnows will follow. Even this analysis is based on patriotic, tendencies. if I'm being objective, I wouldn't be surprised if we exit the first round.